Here I have a 2017 Lincoln MKZ with a 3.0 liter, and I'm doing an AC compressor on it, and it's pretty easy. There's nothing difficult about it. You're gonna have to take off the bottom splash shield, and so there's two of them. There's one for the engine, and then there's one like beneath the bumper, and you have to take off both of them. Then you take off the right front tire and pull back this wheel well. You can take off the whole thing, it's not bad, or pull it back halfway just like I did. And you're gonna have to loosen up the tensioner. I think it's a 15, and you turn it counterclockwise. And before you even take it off, you want to test it. So if you want to get to this top connector for the AC clutch, you come from the bottom, and you can use hose clamp pliers because it's pretty hard to get your hand in there. And this is what I did to test if the computer can control it. So I just put like a test light in there, turn on the AC compressor. But if you want to test the AC clutch itself, yeah, it's hard to get to. You're gonna have to remove the tensioner. So loosen up the tensioner, remove the belt, and take off the tensioner. It's two 10mm bolts, so it's super easy. And this, as you can see, this is where you get it from. And that's to test the AC clutch again. So, but if you want to test the computer side, the wires and stuff, and if the computer has control, you could do it by just removing the connector with the hose clamp pliers. So on this one, as you can see, I had corrosion. But like I said, if you want to test it, this is the new one that I got. The AC clutch is supposed to be 4.1 ohms if you want to do a ohm check on it. And the control solenoid is supposed to be at 11.2. So if they don't meet the specifications for any other reason, you probably just need an AC compressor. This is what I was getting, 4.2. And I was also trying to turn on the AC clutch with a battery from one of my power tools. So that can also work if you want to test it like that. It's like I said, it's not that bad. You got all the bolts and nuts are 13mm, and then you got one 5mm stud that you have to remove, and two connectors, and that's about it. So I'm gonna show a couple little tricks, I guess, to make the job easy. So both of these connectors, the bottom one is easy, and the top one, like I said, hose clamp pliers, like I showed. All right, so this top bolt is a 13mm bolt with a stud sticking out of it, and it's a one piece, so don't get confused by that. The one on the right is a long bolt, and then the one at the bottom is a 13mm nut with a 5mm stud. So you take off the nut, and then you're supposed to remove the stud too, and hopefully it's not seized. Mine came out pretty easy, so hopefully yours does too. And that's how you remove that part. And I'll show a couple pictures right here. As you can see, the one on the right, just a long bolt, and the bottom one, it's a nut. I took off the nut, and you're supposed to remove the 5mm stud. On the top bolt, you have a little gray connector that you can just remove like with one of these clip tools. They just come out easily. I think there's another connector on one of the other nuts. Again, just use this clip tool. That's what I got. And as you can see, I'm trying to show that top bolt. It's kind of hard to see, but like I said, it's a one piece, and the head is a 13mm, and I just used a deep socket. So that's where I got it from. You put the socket in first, and then you can put in your wrench. I had one of these skinny wrenches. And then for the hose connections, again, just 13mm nuts. You don't have to remove the studs. The new compressor should come with them. I got an OEM one, and they came with them. So, but if you do have to take them off, I think they're 5mm bolt heads also. To get to these connections is a little tight, but I just use the long 13mm ratchet and the flex one too. The only thing I will say is when the compressor starts to come down, one of the lines has like a muffler and it gets in the way. But if you just move it as best as you can, you're not going to bend anything, but just try to fight with it. It'll come down. And like I said, I had the 3.0 liter, so I put back in 0.5 kilograms. And that was about it. It's not, like I said, it's not a hard job. It took me about 1 hour with the proper tools. Now, when you're installing the new compressor, the instructions say you're supposed to add the old oil from the compressor into the new compressor, and it has a drain bolt on the top of the compressor. You see where that purple bolt is? That's the drain. So you turn it around, remove the bolt, and spin the compressor until everything comes out. And then everything that comes out, you add it into the new compressor, but you don't add it from the drain bolt.
you add it where one of those hose connections is. It's usually that top one right there, if you can see with the stud. This is a different design, but nonetheless, it's the top hole that you add the oil into. Now what I did is I just bought new refrigerant oil. It just says it's PAG YN35. You can get it from Ford. And what I did was all that I removed, which was about 2 ounces, I just used new PAG oil, added 2 ounces, and then added another ounce just in case. It's not a lot of oil, but there's no specification that I could find. But if you can find it, good luck. But I put 3 ounces back, so hopefully that helps you out.